What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite pocket pistol. If you know me, you know I have a lot of pocket pistols. I'm talking about actual pocket pistols, tiny, tiny firearms that can fit in your pocket, go with you anywhere. You have no problem concealing them. They can literally fit in, your hoodie pocket, your jeans pocket, your khaki pocket, literally whatever pocket you have, most of them fit. And the holsters I use this is a Vetter pocket locker holster. I use this with my MMP Bodyguard. It has this little curve right here that hooks onto your pocket. Has a push-off tab to push it off, so this hooks, and therefore you have a clean, smooth draw. This right here is the stash holster from Hog Holsters. That's what that is. That's a push tab on there that you see right here. Very easy to conceal. Very thin Kydex. No printing. Code SPN for 10% off. The stash holster from Hog Holsters. This is the V2 holster from Blacksmith Tactical, using double discreet carry clips and a claw, because I throw the 8-round magazine in this, which is a Strike Industries +2 base plate, and I do carry inside the waistband with it every now and then. And then for gym shorts and sweatpants as well, Hog Holsters makes this with the Alta Clip. I believe this is the 3M Alta Clip. Absolutely love it. And you can use code SPN for 10% off Hog Holsters options as well. But you see, I have plenty of pocket pistols, and I've shot them all a lot. I enjoy shooting a lot of small firearms. But my favorite pocket pistol is actually both of these. I cannot pick one over the other because I love these two about equally. I shoot them the same. One is faster than the other one, but one is smaller than the other. And so this is the Glock 42, and this is the Smith & Wesson MMP Bodyguard. Both are 380. Both are a 6+1 setup, but I do have an 8-round mag setup for my Glock 42 using a Strike Industries base plate. So here's length of the firearm to length of the firearm. Length of slide to length of slide, length of barrel to barrel. Obviously, this is like a 2.8-inch barrel or something like that, whereas the Glock 42, I think, is like a 3.2-inch barrel, something like that. But overall height, the Bodyguard wins in height for capacity. The width goes the Bodyguard being thinner. And there's the side view, overall footprint. So Glock 42, what I like about it, it's a small 380 made by Glock. So you're getting a reliable firearm, or it tends to be reliable. I have heard of issues with the Glock 42. I added Talon Pro grips to it. I added Ameriglow iDot sights, which are some amazing night sights. You guys should try them out. You just line up your 2 tritium dots. Very easy to shoot. Very easy to see, if you can see it right there. Very nice. I added a mill spin backplate just to give it some look, which is pretty cool. And then an NDZ Performance base plate. You can get like 2.5 fingers on it, maybe just 2 fingers for some people. But overall, it's very manageable, very easy to shoot. One of the smoothest shooting Glocks out there. It isn't 380, so there's obviously no recoil, but you can shoot this thing fast. And with 8 rounds, so 8+1, 9 rounds with, the Strike Industries base plate goes down to there. It is such a slim, easy firearm to carry basically everywhere. And on top of that, this fits in your pocket perfectly, easy to draw, and so on. Smith & Wesson MMP Bodyguard. This is 6+1 as well. I don't have any base plates for it or anything like that. I like it the way it is. This one does have the finger, extension, so you can get 2 fingers on it. You can't. I don't think anyone in the world could get 3 fingers on it. It's just how it's designed. But recoil is very, very low. Let's get into trigger comparisons. Glock 42 always safety checked and cleared prior, but it's going to have a very crisp version of the Glock trigger, very light. So what I feel like is the slim line from Glock has the best triggers. They seem more crisp. They bounce back easier. They're just smoother overall triggers. Whereas the other Glocks, like the Glock 19 Gen 3 and stuff, have a mushier, heavier trigger. So the slim line actually has better triggers. And then the MMP Bodyguard here, let's see. This is what people complain about. It's like a 10 to 11 pound trigger pull, and it's long, and that reset, see, it's false. Ready? You got to go to that second reset. So it's ready. See, you'll get that. That's where I don't like it. Ready? Let's watch that again. So you have to come all the way out. So it's basically you're going to go like that. You're going to let the trigger go all the way out. If you're shooting the reset on this firearm, you're going to have an issue because that first fake audible reset, I don't really like that. But that's why you just get used to it. And that's good enough speed for me. Now, one thing that the Bodyguard has over the Glock is that you can get it with an external safety. A lot of people who aren't comfortable with pocket carry without an external safety, this is one of your only options. So that is absolutely massive for people. But I do not use it because simply that trigger is about 10 pounds. So that 10-pound trigger is your safety. There is probably nothing in the world that could get in your pocket and pull a trigger that long and that heavy without you noticing something is up. Also, if you're carrying with a Kydex pocket holster, you're going to have nothing that could ever get in that trigger guard. Therefore, you don't need to worry about a safety. It's just something that could fail, or that you could fail at turning off when you absolutely need it. So that's why I use Kydex in the pocket for most of my pocket pistols. Now, the overall texturing is pretty decent. It does have one finger groove in it, to split your fingers up. Has a decent undercut. Locking your finger in there feels pretty decent. Ergonomics are good for it being small, but not as good as the Glock 42. Good beaver tail. Sights are just, regular pocket pistol sights. They're just blacked out, because chances are with a firearm like this is a get off me gun, get away from me, up close and personal, backup pistol, whatever you want to call it. You're not going to be making 40-yard shots with this, but 20-yard shots you'll be fine with. 50 feet, 60 feet, 40 feet, you'll be just fine with this firearm. I can shoot it at distance from that. But so far, zero reliability issues. I'm using Underwood Extreme Defender rounds through this, because those are the 380 rounds that I trust my life with. So that's what goes through my Bodyguard. One big plus of the Bodyguard is that finish. Smith & Wesson makes an amazing finish on their firearms, and that is huge for pocket carry, because pocket carry, you're sweating, you got lint, you got dirt, and it all rubs against it and starts wearing it down, because it is a tool at the end of the day, but it is awesome to have a great finish that can deal with that and not have rust issues like the LCPs and stuff like that. So great overall firearm. The trigger reset is the downfall, but that's why you don't shoot to reset. You just let the whole trigger out and go back and forth. Glock 42, better trigger than the Bodyguard, but the Bodyguard is smaller and noticeably smaller, and it does make a difference. Even if it's minimal, it does make a difference when in your pocket. Ergonomics are better because there's just overall more surface area to put your hand on. You can almost get 3 fingers with that base plate. Has an awesome finish. It's got the Glock finish, so no rust issues or anything like that's going to happen. But you also have all the Glock aftermarket support in the world, holster options, and so on. And so that is something that is massive for a firearm. And that's a big, plus side on the side of Glock. So that's absolutely something that you should consider between these two. This I paid, I think, $3.99 for before tax. And my Bodyguard I paid like $3.40 for before tax. So they're very similar in price. One downfall is, like I said, the sights on this, but you don't really need them. They are what they are, and they work the way they're supposed to work. But 2 great pocket pistol options. I like them both equally. Like I said, though, I like the fact that the 42 can transition into your main carry with the 8 round. So you're getting 9 rounds of 380. Very light, thin, concealable option. And you can appendix carry it very easily. What I have noticed with my appendix holster for the Bodyguard is it's hard to get a grip on there, and it's hard to get such a small firearm out from the draw. But when I throw that extension on here, it's very easy. You get 3-finger contact for the draw, and you're on target. So both are great. Both serve a purpose. Both serve a role, and I carry both of them. So 100% reliable through both of them. Just choose good defensive ammo with 380, and you'll be just fine. Thanks for watching.